Already? Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Buffalo Picker, episode 33, and my special guest tonight is Tori and Bill, Girly Girl Style. Also, my regular guest is Glass City Pickers and Addicted to the Hustle. Panel, go ahead and introduce yourself. Well, we the Glass City Pickers. I'm Chris.
I'm Tonya.
Go ahead, man.
Full-time resellers. I'm a nurse at the VA, and full-time selling on eBay and Amazon.
And I'm a happy stay-at-home dad, granddad, pawpaw, the man of the house. So YouTube, we doing this YouTube stuff, and we also resellers. So that's us.
Well, I'm Alton, addicted to hustle. I do a selling part-time. Also do a lot of other ventures and side gigs, showing people how to do other hustles to make money, because not every hustle is created equal. So that's what my passion is. But my biggest thing is reselling while holding down a full-time job. So
right.
Awesome.
Okay, Tori.
Yeah, so I'm Tori.
I'm Bill.
And we're Girly Girl Style. Well, that's the name of the YouTube channel that we have together, where we talk about reselling, but kind of in history. So I've been in reselling for over 20 years. So it was something that I was doing way back in the day, right out of college, paying for college, doing the hustle thing, kind of a big thing. And then recently, 2018, I got on Poshmark. So we're actually primarily Poshmark and Etsy sellers. And so 2018 is when I started the online piece. And I'm actually part-time. I do have a full-time job that I, spend a lot of time at. But we do reselling Posh, tried other avenues. But this one over here just started reselling full-time very recently.
That was like 2 years ago, I think. Finally, this the boss is the boss, better than any boss I've had. I can work my own hours. Love it.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I feel too, Tony. That's how I feel, man. Right. So everyone, I am Buffalo Picker. I'm also a part-time reseller. I've been reselling for 3 years now. I am also a federal employee and retired military. I sell on eBay, Amazon. Those are the two platforms where I make some of my money. And I'm going to turn the show over to our special guests, Tori and Bill. They pretty much started telling us a little bit about how they got into reselling and everything. So we just going to open up the floor, and anything that Tori and Bill, you want to tell the audience, feel free. I mean, we definitely don't try to put our guests in the hot seat on this show. So feel free to tell people anything you want them to know about yourself and reselling.
Yeah, totally. Like I already mentioned kind of how I started. I actually started because I didn't have money. And I think that's kind of, I grew up super poor. So it was just the easiest thing. Funny story, when I was super young, we used to get the reduced lunch tickets, right? And so my first flip was I would sell that to get money to buy something I needed. So it's just kind of that built into my DNA, right? And so we've actually been married over 18 years at this point.
Whoa, congrats. So, all right. Congratulations. All right.
Like my frugality and how beneficial it is to, buy things cheaper and then be able to sell them for more profit, which is the game, right? Like that's what the intention is. Right. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then I've also been way into vintage. So as I mentioned, we primarily sell on Poshmark, and we both have our own closet. So on Poshmark, for those of you that aren't familiar, they set it up into like closets, which are kind of your storefronts.
Basically
your storefronts. And we're very specific. So like in my Poshmark closet, it's very vintage and handcrafted. And so that's where I find most of my success is with those type of pieces. And then your closet is different.
I sell everything. But I like to focus a little bit more on like the outdoor person, because I love the outdoors, and athletic person. So that's my storefront. as it were.
And you don't sell so you don't do any of the vintage.
I do not sell vintage. I don't know vintage. I don't want to know it. I do fine as I am.
But you do find good vintage for me when you go to the bins.
I can find it. Don't like to sell it.
And I love it. And that's
another. So y'all cross, like, if you find the vintage, you just pass it on to your wife?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
And it's the same thing. So when I'm outsourcing, I'm the primary sourcer for the business. So mostly at thrift stores. We do love the bins. Right now with everything going on, it's a little bit harder to get out there. But Bill loves going to the bins. He's really good at that. He's great at finding those, hidden gems. And I am just, really good at shopping in general. So
right. So I guess we can kind of get into the questions and answers, because I have a couple questions as well about Poshmark, because I don't fully understand that platform, because I am so focused on Amazon and eBay till it's like it take up majority of my time because I'm a one-man show. But one of the questions I have is, so Poshmark is like only clothes, or can you venture out into other stuff?
They've expanded.
They have expanded. There's a home section now. I think there's toys or games.
Yeah, home, but it's small home attire, right?
Yes,
right.
It's
not furniture and fridges,
Right. So you can't sell like small appliances and stuff like that, or
no? I think that those are part of the restricted items.
Okay.
It's more like decorative pieces. They did recently launch the makeup category. So it's very restricted to categories. But since we're primary, clothing, that works well for us.
Right. So I know you mentioned you sell handcraft stuff and vintage. So what does the market look like if you just totally buy, say, new stuff with tags? Does that stuff move well on Poshmark?
Depends on the style and the brand most of the time.
Right.
Mostly before the pandemic hit, if I go to the Goodwill outlet and find new with tags something that the brand I didn't like, we just send it to ThreadUp.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all do use ThreadUp as well?
We historically, until the changes recently. So now that I can't get the labels, that's where so I used to always send to ThreadUp Luxe, because we would always find Luxe items. Now, since they don't have it, we haven't been using it recently.
Say that again. What do you mean by that?
So they used to have the ThreadUp Luxe label, which essentially was expedited. So you would send it in and it would get processed quicker. You would also have return assurance guarantee for free. So if you send in any designer pieces in your box of items, you got all, apparently, you were just like a VIP essentially, but then they just took that away.
Okay.
So that is a little bit more challenging.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, in the past, we have had guests to come on here and talk about ThreadUp and Poshmark, but I mean, once the show was over, I was still a little foggy about those particular platforms, because once I can't remember the actual guest, but once I went to those platforms to kind of do my own research, I was more confused when I was listening to them as well as going on the platform trying to figure it out as well. So, I mean, it pretty much led me right back to where I was, Amazon and eBay.
just like we told them backstage, man. It was like we was in Loopy Land or something. I was like, man, what they talking about? What they mean? I honestly, I thought I was understanding what the guest was talking about, because we did had a few of them on there. And I thought I was understanding, but like you said, when we stepped back and tried to, let's jump off the porch and see if we can run with the big dogs, we went on to say, let's stay with Amazon and eBay and see if we can keep this rumbling like we've been doing. So it's just like, I guess, just to have some clarity of what y'all saying, it kind of make a lot of sense why we were so not ready to jump into that arena. So.
Yeah. My other question is, what made y'all choose Poshmark over all the other platforms?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a great question. So it was more about the social aspect. So when I started it, you know, I had a full-time job and I was already buying and selling things locally. So I was buying things and then going to like Buffalo Exchange and those type of things, just doing everything that way. And then someone introduced me to Poshmark. I don't know. So I decided to just check it out. And it was something for me aesthetically because I also model my clothes. So for me, because it was a social platform and it was about community and it also focused on how you kind of styled the clothes or wore the clothes, it was a really good fit for me when I started it. But yeah, very specific. So for the everyday seller, it's going to be, it's hard to stick with it. It's very socially driven.
Well, yeah, and it is demanding. I mean, just the sharing piece of the whole thing that takes some time, takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you also do it, since you say you model your clothes and your products and stuff, do you also put that stuff on Instagram and use that platform?
Yes. Yeah, I can answer that. I can answer that. Yes.
Okay.
It's marketing. It's marketing.
I went to her Instagram because the way I found Tori and Bill was through YouTube. I was watching some YouTube shows and I ran into their video, and I like to see couples like rally roots and stuff like that. So I just sat there and I watched, even though Bill didn't do a lot, but I watched. And I was like, okay, let me see, reach out to her and see if I can get on the show. So I went to her Instagram and looking down the Instagram, I thought I was looking at a fashion magazine, man. I mean, every outfit she was styling it in some type of pose, you know. I was like, okay.
And just believe you me, when he said he thought y'all was in a fashion magazine, he's not fashionable. So if he thought that was fashionable, boy, he really was excited to see what y'all had going on. But, you know, if you look at all these platforms, you just got to find your niche. We all talk about that, you know. Like Alton, he promotes that, trying to help people find their niche in this business. And I think all of us try our best to, you know, groom people or anybody that's interested in this business. You find your avenue. So, you know, Poshmark has made y'all where y'all at right now because y'all feel comfortable with Poshmark. Y'all feel like, hey, this the platform that we're going to take to the next level for us. You know, you have some people that want to jump everywhere but loose and be lost. They really be lost. So I always tell a person, man, find you an avenue and try to make that work for you. And then if you feel like you want to venture off and see what the next journey can be on the next platform, then go right ahead. I never would try to tell you to say don't go there, but just to find your niche and feel comfortable with where you at is a beautiful thing to me, you know, because I'm not afraid to say that platform had me looking funny. I'm like, I ain't doing that. And then thread up. They want to tell us to do this and do that. I'm like, man, listen, I can put this on eBay, play with the price, and see somebody gonna buy it. I can send some of this stuff to Amazon and play with the price. Somebody gonna buy it. You know, I just didn't understand the work.
Hey, before we move any further, man, let me give a shout out to the chat. And I do see some new people in here. I think some of these folks are with Bill and Tori.
For models over there.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out to Wendy being the first in the chat. Give a shout out to Swamp Picker, Blood, Sweat, and Sales. Blood, Sweat, and Sales was on the show a couple of weeks, along with Maggie Doodle. She was on the show as well. Now, I guess this is Bill and Tori, friend, a Cubit Warren. Is that how you say it?
A wee bit worn.
A wee bit worn.
Love it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So appreciate you coming out to the show. Two Dudes Picking. Appreciate you coming out. I'm supposed to be on Two Dudes Picking show on next Thursday.
Okay. All right.
Jennifer Hayes, of course. Appreciate you coming out on a weekly basis. Jennifer is the moderator for my show. And she does a lot to make this show happen. Bill Tackett, appreciate you coming out, flipping the pay the bills. Who else we have here? Marie, thank you for coming out. Nikki T, appreciate you all on a weekly basis supporting the show. Aaron, thank you for coming out.
Oh, Aaron Beats.
Aaron.
Who else we got here? I don't want to miss anybody. Do y'all see anybody I missed?
No, but I want to
the middleman picker.
Jennifer said happy birthday to Regina, and Regina said it was a little early, but who cares? Happy birthday, Regina. It's never too early.
I started celebrating a whole week. So
Flippers, thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
I think I got it. Did I? Oh no, I missed somebody. Oh, Regina, thank you for coming out, Regina.
Yeah.
Shay, thank you for coming out, Shay. I'm gonna start putting y'all comments up into the chat too, because I did see a couple of questions. Who else we got here? Oh, Prison the Prophet. Hey, thank you for that super chat as well, bro. Appreciate you.
What's up, Prison the Prophet? Been checking out some of your Instagram, man. Like the swag.
Yeah, I'm gonna put these comments. I'm gonna start back up at the top and put these comments in the chat. And if we have any questions for our guests, go ahead and post your question into the comments so that we can get to it. We don't want anybody to leave from here not asking, getting an answer to that question. So, Alton, you have any questions for the guests?
Well, I guess mine is more of a relation and see if it's did you see Poshmark as intimidating as I did when I looked into it? Like kind of like not understanding the platform. It seemed more intimidating to me than being able at the time just, I'm gonna throw this up on eBay and let it roll. Like for me, I couldn't get my head around the concept or process. So I don't know.
And I think for me, it was just because it was so similar to social media to me. And so, you had to share, you had to communicate, you had to talk to people. And for me, I was already taking like outfit of the day photos. And so it was just like, for me, it was second nature. And because my brain is very ADHD, they give you like some rules in the beginning. Kind of like a contest. It's like, okay, in order to get Posh Ambassador, you have to get all of these levels. And so for me, I was like, I have a checklist. This is awesome. So it was easy to follow along from that perspective, but it's definitely intimidating because it took, I was able to get to the Posh Ambassador in like
a month,
less than a month. And it takes a lot of people way longer than that. So yeah, I see both sides.
What about the OCD? hey, all I would say is y'all some special people. That's all I would say. You did? Yeah. Hey, so that's why y'all Poshmark and everything is blossoming because y'all some special people. Hey, Bill, you got you a good one. You got because hey man, woo. Yes, sir.
Okay. Wendy put a question in here. For the guests, and what is your favorite thing? The source which you already answered, and what item did you find the most ROI in?
Okay. So for me, I had this vintage gunny sack dress, and I will tell you that actually sold on Etsy. I had it listed on both platforms, cross-listed. But I mean, gunny sacks always there's name recognition there in the vintage community. Many of you probably know this, and I modeled the item and I ended up getting, I think I paid like $5 for it and I sold it for like $250. I mean, it was the best. It was really good.
Sweet.
Gunny sacks. I haven't heard that since I was wee little.
Right? Whoa. And it's big again.
Oh my gosh.
Dang, that's nice. Man, you talking about a profit.
Yeah, but normally it's not like that. Normally we're like buy bins and sell for $20. Where our business model is
I did find that Ibex cape paid $1.50 for and sold it for $60
in like a day.
Yeah, that was good. Within 24 hours.
Man, hey, that sounds good, boy.
Those the type of RIs I like to hear.
Yeah, them real good come ups right there. Man,
I love the outlet.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just in the that was one of the things I was going to talk about as well for is what I accomplished this week. So we can go ahead and segue into that is basically what in the realms of reselling did you accomplish this week? And And that's for everybody. Anybody can start it.
Well, we just moved into our house. So I did, and we have a 2-car garage. One half for the car, the other half for the business.
Right.
I got the business part sorted. So racks up, bins up, hanging stuff up, shoes are in their spot.
Yeah.
Everything's good to go.
And it's not making money, obviously, because this is just about, having everything set up. But that's a huge step, because then once that's done, now we can, we started listing this week as well. So we were off the grid for a little bit. And so now we're like consistent with listing, and consistency is key, as everyone knows.
It is.
Right. Anybody else?
Well, hey, Buffalo.
I'm excited, y'all.
Just blow us up one time.
Okay.
All right.
Just blow us up one time. Since you asked about what things we've done this week so far, we had told you about this little thing we had going on with some people at a department store called Dillard's. And she's so excited right now. She finally got her birdie to land. So I'm gonna let her show you.
I know this is too early, but I'm so excited, you guys.
Go ahead and show them.
So
I got them
my other son works at a department store, and I don't know if any of you heard of Fry handbags, things like that.
And boots.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 3 purses and 2 wallets for $300 today. This purse alone is priced at $328, and I got a wallet to match it. I'm so excited. I didn't mean to leave y'all, but he came in and I saw him come in, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. This one is priced at $258. You like that?
Beautiful. And I bet it smells so good. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, I'm over here sniffing the thing.
Yeah.
It smells, and the wallet to match. All brand new, guys, with tags. And there's one more. He didn't like this one, but I really did. So I might have to buy it for myself.
No, you ain't. No, we're not doing that.
This is a Melissa handbag. Price is $378. The price tag on this one is $378.
Ooh, I love the
that's
color.
like a mustard yellow.
That's beautiful.
Yes, I love the color, but
absolutely.
my other son did not.
Oh, those pictures are gonna pop on that thing.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm so excited. $300 for 3 handbags and 2 wallets. And this one alone is priced $378, the regular tag on it.
Perfect.
I didn't do bad, I don't think.
Not at all.
So that's part of that. What did we do this week? You know what I mean? We also
spent money to make money. Hopefully.
we also had the eBay Amazon rotation shipment. What you want to say, baby?
We'll wait till the end for that.
Yeah, we'll wait to the end for that. I'll leave that alone.
I'm sorry, I just got excited about those.
Y'all excited, ain't you?
I'm like, bring me my purses.
Hey, as long as they make that bread, I'm excited too. You did. I ain't got nothing to say about it, but we ain't gonna have none.
The price tag on one of them was $378. I got all of them for $300.
Believe you me, we're not none gonna stay in the house.
Hey, so Alton, what about yourself? Any things you got to do for reselling this week?
I finally, because I've been having, to manually go through my Amazon listings, and I finally, got myself prepared to where I want to be for Q4. And I think that's kind of where we're going to be talking a point later. But for me, preparing for Q4, I've got the storage stuff pretty much squared away to where I can start bringing in, getting more listings up. But I had to get my prices in order because I didn't want to be struggling behind on that turn, October 1. So I went ahead and adjusted my prices the way I felt. Most of my stuff saw about a 10 to 15% increase. That way I would cover the fees on that side. So that's all I'm looking for is to cover the reside of the fees. That's all. Make that extra few bucks per transaction. I'm looking forward to a big Q4. So
Right. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Definitely want to discuss that as part of the talking point tonight about Q4. I mean, we got a open-ended question for the talking point, but I want to kind of broaden it and talk a little bit about Q4 and your strategies. I'm trying to push that strategy conversation from all the shows leading all the way up until the end of Q4. I mean, you never know, something that we may spark in a conversation could could help somebody else out there that's reselling and not even thinking in that lane about what they can do with the potential that they have in front of them. So for myself, I've been on a big shopping spree, and if you follow me on Instagram, I just made a huge shipment out today, which is I kind of topped my best shipment, which was 44 boxes. I never shipped 44 boxes to Amazon. I normally tether around 25 to 26, but I've been on a big shopping spree, and just like Tonya and Chris at Glass City, I also hit an outlet. I went to Michael Kors and I kind of went Michael Kors crazy. Once I scanned a couple items and seeing that I could sell that stuff at Amazon with a good ranking and a good return. I mean, with a tax ID and a sales certificate
with a chicken dinner, baby,
to get that sales tax free for. Yeah. I mean, well, it's not free, but for the purchase. I went out there. So I had a huge shipment that I just prepared. And for everybody that was trying to call me, that's in the chat, that was trying to reach out to me, and I didn't have a whole lot of time, please forgive me. But, I was busy. I was truly busy. And if I got time to talk and I don't have stuff going on, I'm going to talk to you. So don't take it personal. But when I'm busy, I'm busy.
Business over pleasure, baby.
Yeah, I got to get it. I'm a one-man show, so my time is valuable. But I appreciate you reaching out to me, and if I can help you, I will. So yeah, that's pretty much like for this particular week right here is prepping all my shipments, trying to get to Amazon. I told you all last week about the big sale at Walmart on Lego. Now I told you this on Friday. If you didn't move on it, shame on you, because I went back out to Walmart on Saturday night and I found a whole shelf full of Legos still on sale. So, and of course, I pulled out the wallet and I bought them all. So, when I give out you a tip, we're not selfish on this show. There's enough money out there for everybody to make some money. If you give me a tip, you better tell me, don't share the tip. Because if you don't tell me that, I'm going to tell people. I mean, that's just what I do. You come to this show, I'm going to give you a tip. If I got a tip, I'm going to give you the tip, because I firmly believe that with all these platforms that you can sell on, it's enough money out there for every reseller to capitalize and make money. Now, if you want to stay in the shadows and keep your secrets, I was always taught you can't receive nothing with your hands like this. You got to open them up. You got to release. You got to let some stuff go. So, for anybody out there, I'm just letting you know, heads up. This is my disclaimer. If you give me a tip, you better tell me you don't want me to tell nobody. Cause
but if that's the case, they shouldn't have gave you the tip. You heard me? So if I don't want nobody to know, I'm definitely not going to tell somebody that I know that's going to attack the product. It's not happening.
Secrets. They're no fun. You should share with everyone.
Yeah. So, and I agree with that 100%. So, moving on into what we got planned for the weekend. I know today is Friday, and most people weekend starts on Friday. So I just want to kind of get a glimpse of what you got going on for tomorrow and Sunday, as far as reselling, and then we'll get into, if there are any more questions out here, we'll get into the questions, and then we're going to do the talking point, and from the talking point, we'll go into the show and tell. So anybody can take that question. What are your plans for the weekend with reselling?
Plans for the weekend.
We have a whole room that needs to be packed and shipped out, to be honest with you. I know I talked about my flooring a while ago, so it gets put in on the 15th of October. So I need to paint the kitchen. So that might be something going on for us. And then shipping out products that sold today. We had quite a few sell today, so I've got to get those to the post office.
Well, I'm really trying to get, I'm really looking forward to getting online, have some little things with some distributors. I'm trying to get opening and ungate it in right quick. So I was looking into some of that this morning. So I'm going to keep trying to play that hand and see what we can transform off that, because I know what she just said, that she trying to put all this, what she want done, in a nutshell. We have a son that's about to be moving out. He just bought his first house.
He bought his first house at 24.
Yeah, so
Nice.
All right.
we're about to be moving out, so we got to use all that free labor we can get. So we're going to take advantage of that free labor until we have to focus on helping him get his place established. So right now our hands are full, but they're not, because everything we're doing, we love to be doing. So on that note, we made plenty of money today. So it ain't number smiles around here, y'all. It ain't number smiles around here.
Right. What Tori and Bill, what you all got going on for the weekend?
So sourcing. So, because during the week it's hard. I work all the time. So sourcing usually happens now on Saturdays. And then I also have to do inventory. I've been putting it off for a long time, and we have to do inventory, which, those necessary things. Like, I love bookkeeping, so that doesn't bother me. But yeah, inventory and sourcing. That's our
okay.
Hey,
The way y'all normally source what, like at yard sales, or you go to thrift shops?
Thrift stores. So yeah, I'm a thrift store through and through. Because again, since I do a lot of vintage, I can usually find it very regularly at thrift stores. But I'm getting inspired by everyone that I talk to in different avenues, like estate sales. People have been doing those, and I have never. And I feel like, another way to branch out, or even a little retail arbitrage, Tonya, as you pointed out, how lucrative that could be. So we're always receptive to what's working for everybody. So yeah, but mostly thrift.
Okay. The middleman picker put in here, does Poshmark take 20%?
Yes. Is it 20%? Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember that.
Okay.
Great. Unless it's 15 or under it, and then it's $2.95. So you don't want to sell low end items. I mean, because you're paying $3 no matter what, up to 15.
Right.
But shipping, I saw someone had a comment about shipping, and the thing with shipping, it's a flat fee of $7.11 up to 5 pounds. So if you're selling something a little heavier, or like people buy bundles, it's way more, for Posh, it's going to be easier to make that sale as opposed to.
And 5 pounds is kind of.
No, you should always follow the 5 pound rule. You don't want to get something returned.
I think the question was, is it a pro or con for the flat rate?
And I think it's a pro.
Yep.
Okay. And Two Dudes Picking question was, do you model all your clothes? So I'm wondering if you only sell clothes that fit you.
No, I think that, multiple sizing is so important, because there's so many people to represent. So a lot of vintage clothes, just so happens that whether it looks oversized, or you clip in the back, or you do something, it's more about the styling of the item for me than it is showing how it fits. Because I'm not trying to show off, oh, this is how cute I am. It's more, you have this jacket that could look hideous on a hanger, but you put it with a pair of modern, distressed jeans, and now it's a winner. So that's a great question.
Okay. Alton, weekend plans?
Yeah. I'm actually, kicking it off after your show. I got to be on one more show tonight. Wasn't really planning on that, so I'll be on Super Thrift tonight. And then the day starts at 4 a.m. Kind of get some things organized, and we are hitting our first yard sale at 6:30 in the morning. This is our last big push for our area, from what I can gather. Looking at all the weather reports and the way things start cooling down, this is usually the last big weekend, as they say. So tomorrow we got 42 yard sales listed on Yard Sale Treasure Map.
Wow.
And we are going to try to hit at least 30 of them. So I will be having the GoPro.
Y'all gonna
got it all mapped out.
Y'all gonna hit 32 of them, man. Y'all gonna go over, because y'all gonna
prep work. That's why my day starts at 4 in the morning, and I don't stress about it till that time, because so many people cancel right now. So if I plan my trip tonight, it ruins my day. So it'll be 4:30 in the morning. I'll start prepping my route, and then I'll head the door about 6 o'clock. So
okay,
yeah.
I'm trying to catch up in the chat, man.
I know I saw one question, if I can find it again, from Aaron. asking about Q4 with Amazon, about this being her first Q4.
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron Bates.
Aaron B.
Star, yes, it's
Bates.
bittersweet. I'm excited and happy for him, but I also want to cry at the same time.
Yeah. Well, this is truly my first Q4 on Amazon, but it's not my first Q4 experience. So if it's someone's first experience in Q4 as a reseller, it can be overwhelming if you start getting so many orders in that you can't keep up. If you have good enough product. Now, if you don't have the right product, well, you probably won't make those sales. So,
hey, on that Q4, with that Q4, man, that Q4 is a beautiful thing, man. I don't care what nobody says. That Q4 has been good to us on every aspect
This
of it.
is our first year, though, if we're going to do it merchant
Well,
fulfilled.
this is our first year doing it merchant fulfilled.
We haven't done it merchant fulfilled.
Amazon sent it to Amazon. This will be our third year sending it to Amazon. But just knowing that, like you said, Alton, if you don't got the products, you ain't gonna make a sale. So you gotta have the right products. And we was one of our talking point Buffalo was talking about was how you gonna play with your sales, about taking your sales a time around Q4. As me and him was talking about it earlier, excuse me, I was like, man, we got so many good products, I don't gotta tank nothing. Them products gonna sell. But also, I already had something in my head that I was saying, well, around 10 days before Christmas, I'm thinking if the stuff haven't rumbled like I wanted to, maybe I might hit some of them prices and get that stuff out of there. But if I'm not going to make a decent enough profit, I wouldn't mind just letting it roll, because people still shop after the holidays.
Yep.
Hold on, Count. Hold on. You own it, ain't you?
I just told it like it is, Buffalo. That's all.
Yeah. Two Dudes Picking made a good point too about the yard sales, and I agree 100%. A lot of the items that I have found, good items and good yard sale, garage sales, was on Facebook Marketplace, because a lot of people use that treasure map, and if you don't get there early, you just pretty much getting the leftovers. But I have been to some garage sales that I found out on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, people just sitting around waiting for people to come. So I get there at 9, 10 o'clock, I'll be the first customer. Right. So that's another avenue to look. I'm not saying don't use treasure map, but I'm just putting it out there that he's making a great point. Check Facebook Marketplace for garage and yard sales too.
I totally agree with that. Like, I know my area. And for some reason, I see a lot of the same listings. So there's really not as much wasting of my time on Facebook. But I check Facebook every other day that I'm not checking Yard Sale Treasure Map. So 5 days a week, I'm on the marketplace. So as much as I hate it, you got to love it at the same time. So.
Right. We have some more people popped up into the chat. I want to try to get him a quick shout out. Lone Star Picker going to be a guest on the show next week. Want to give a shout out to Fundamental of Side Hustles. Who else we got here? Nana Tank, thank you for coming out. Clayton Can. Clay Can, sorry about that. Did I miss anybody?
Candace.
Oh, Candace. Hey, Candace, appreciate you coming out.
Beautiful deal.
What's trying to get Candace on the show as well, but
I got you, Candace.
Yeah, she's a hairstylist, and most of the times on Friday she have customers. So, but she's also a reseller and Glass City and myself talk her business.
She's part of the family.
So she's been doing pretty good. So for me, my weekend is gonna be pretty much trying to hit some estate sales and start working on this big Lego haul that I have in front of me. Y'all can't see it, but I mean it's in arm distance because I have so many.
Nice.
That's a good.
Hey, we didn't went from the Barbie King to the Lego King.
Hey man, gotta get it, man.
No, the Lego man.
I probably have about close to 200 or so Legos, brand new seal for either 50 to 80% off. And I don't know if those deals are still out there, but I would advise you to still check. Some Walmart maybe a couple miles from the house, or something that not going to put your strain on you to drive to.
Right.
Just go in there and look. Sometimes the Walmart they have these things on clearance, and they don't even be in the clearance. They'll still be on the regular aisle with the Lego. You just got to scan them. Pick up that app and scan.
Yep.
If that's what you do. If that ain't what you do, then hey, don't worry about it. Leave it out there for somebody like me.
Hey, we'll come get it. Come get it all. Get a little taste of taste. You heard me?
Hey, let's get into the talking point. Chris kind of jumped the gun, but hey, sometimes that's what we do in this show. So the talking point is: at what point during Q4 should you tank your prices to make a profit? So, and there's no right or wrong answer. And if people in the chat want to come in on it, you can as well. But we want to get the take from the panel. Is at what point during Q4, and we all know what Q4 is, and I know that some people in here, this may be their first hoorah rodeo with Q4, but basically Q4 is the last quarter of the year for resellers. This is what we call our Super Bowl. This is where in the resale business, you're gonna make your most money during these months. So if anybody want to take that question, you go ahead and start now and close it out.
Well, since I jumped the gun, I might as well finish banging it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, since y'all say I jumped it, I might as well keep shooting my bullets. But yeah, like he said, it's an open-ended question, so anybody can have whatever they feel they want to do for their business. And I understand that. Like I told him, I was thinking, even like I said, the 10-day mark where I looked at it, I look at our inventory and what's, I feel that's been there for a while, that's fluttering right now. Let's go ahead and make these prices change up and go ahead and get rid of the product because you don't want to get charged for the stuff. So,
a couple weeks,
yeah, you know what I mean? So it varies, man. It's up to you.
It depends on what it is, I think.
It's up to you. And it's up to how much money you want to make off your product. That's how I look at it. You know what you just spent for it. So
never tank your prices. I know. You all told me that the last time I did. I didn't know.
We agree. But like I said, when it started getting close to that time, and I'm like, Santa Claus need to be coming to town, and I'm one of his elves. So come on, Santa, let's get this stuff on out of here, man, so we can get this money. That's how I feel.
Well, for me, like the reason why even earlier I told you, like I raised my prices 10 to 15%. Go ahead and get up there. So I know that let's change the word from tanking prices to how about we should be managing our prices, because we have to know our numbers. And if you don't know those numbers, you're not going to make Q4 very sweet for you. So I would have headed up mine 15%, 10 to 15%, depending on the item. I also know that come December 1st, I'm going to be running a 30% drop. Now, are you willing to take a 10 to 15% hit to hit the high peak sales because you prepared half of your drop before you even got started? So that's where I look at my drop, where people see the prices. Everyone's prices right now are doing this. They're going up, and they're going up for a reason. They're preparing themselves for Q4. And I think if you know how to play with it and be on top of your prices, you're going to be able to, AKA tank prices, and still make a really big profit. But managing them is the key.
What, like you said, Alton, I'm just going to put this little 2 cents in there. Well, like you said, not use the word tank. We're going to manage our prices. How about that? So we're going to be a little bit more polished on that. But in the same breath, like you took yours up 15%. When we sent it up in there, it was up 25% when we sent it in there. So we looking at it like, hey, man, we already got it where I had to change her mind about that's too high. It's never too high. Somebody might want to buy it. Never too high.
Call Tonya the tank queen.
Yes. So we went on the with man.
Okay. Just so y'all know that what happened was we had a product and there weren't too many people on there. And I'm like, I only paid like $10 for this and they really want $100. I don't think so. I can't do that to everybody. I'm going to sell it for I probably put 50 or 60. Well, the sucker sold right away, and everyone else is yelling at me on one of the shows, not really yelling at me, but telling me, you can't do that. I feel bad. I feel like I'm ripping people off.
Well, listen here. We ain't ripping them off because you ain't got no gun to their head. You ain't making them push that button to say buy. And on top of that, you could go shopping yourself and go to the store and find it yourself. So there ain't nobody ripping you off. But I understand, how you try to be, politically correct on things. But, man, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm trying to get every piece of dollar that we can get so we can flip it. But next year, you did?
Look, Susie might have needed that, and Mommy didn't have enough money, so Tanya's going to lower the price.
Hey, Susie should have went to Kmart. She should have went to Kmart or Bargain Hunt or somewhere else and went and found that product. You dig? Because we, like I said, Alton, we tried when we sent the stuff in, like this stuff we got right now. I didn't already put it where the prices are 25% higher than the average person that's asking for it. So anytime we ready to flex on the prices, we got enough room to flex the way we want to.
That means you already know how you already managed. You already knew where you're at.
Right.
People, again, that's that whole managing those prices.
Even with me lowering that, we still made a nice.
It just gives you more wiggle room.
Yeah.
If you want to lower the price, you're not going to take a hit in the long run.
Well, and
I don't do that.
Tanya, I'm so much like you. So I'm posh, I would put our prices actually low anyway. And everyone would always tell me that they were too low for pleasant flexibility. So then, now, Alton, just like you, we're managing our prices more. So if I'll say, hey, I should put this at 20, and he's like, dude, that's 40 all day. And then now we have flexibility. So thank you both of you for sure.
Right. I'm in with Bill on that.
Hey, I tell you, man, I look at her when she be doing it. I look at her like, what you talking about? Put that up a little bit more. We ain't doing that. Well, we only paid this. So what? It was our time. It was our gas. It was our energy. It was our, hey, should this think this gonna sell? Maybe let's scan it. It's scanned. It's pretty decent. We took all that to do this. No, we're not giving it away. It's not happening like that. So anybody that watch this video, don't mean no harm. But if you come in the Glass City Picker store, you paying top dollar. Quality stuff. Quality stuff. Come on to see it.
I do have some fried persons now, though, y'all.
Yes. And like Big Boss Man said, like Buffalo said, we also have cold purses, wallets. If you want to come, just come check our store out. We got something for variety for everybody.
We're probably going to get priced at $25 anyway. Might as well go get them.
Right.
Hey, he will not let you stop so far.
We might have to hire you to model them. We might have to hire you to put them on your shoulder with some of them outfits and model them jokers. You know what I mean? Hey, like we said, we're flexible around here. We don't mind. You did?
Chris is cold as ice.
Hey, man, when it's about that money, woo.
I agree with everybody on the panel except for Tanya and Tori. Yeah, but just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Because everybody got their own business model. You can't take my business model. I can't take yours. Certain things. I may sell this for one price. You may sell it for another, because the market is fluid like that. But what you got to understand is when you go out and source these items and bring them back, prepare them for somebody to buy them, and then you got to prepare them to ship them. That's a convenience. That fee is not equated into most people's price. They don't look at it like, this is a convenience. It's like if you go to a convenience store, you're gonna pay a different price for a loaf of bread compared to going to a grocery store. Because of the convenience. The convenience store is 24 hours. Most of the time, the grocery store is closed. You actually need that item like right now. So guess what? You're going to pay a couple more dollars to the convenience store to get it. So what you're doing as a reseller is you providing the convenience to that customer. So you got to equate that into your price. For me, I'm basically like Bill and what Alton and Chris is saying is anytime I price something on Amazon, it's not like I'm just putting a price out of the sky and saying, hey, this right here, I'm going to sell it for $60. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going by the numbers. I'm going by the trend, the history, you know, and I'm only talking about Amazon is that you have tools that you can use to help you and determine your price for a particular item. This right here may sell for $50 during December, but during July and August, it may only sell for $20. You know, you got programs out there that you can go to, like one is Kiefer.
That's true.
You can go to Camel, those or Helium 10. You can go to those programs and they can pretty much give you a snapshot of what that item was sold for a year ago. So what I pretty much do is I go, even in the stores, I go back to check that data and see like, okay, I got this. I see what it's going for. I probably can only make a $2 profit off of it as I sold it right now. But if I hold it until November, there's a possibility I can make a $15 profit off of it. Some people don't think like that. They only think about like the here and now. If I buy this now, can I make $15 in 2 days or 2 weeks? I don't think like that. I used to think like that my first
I wasn't sure, really not, and felt so bad.
Tanya, you need to mute your mic. In my first year as a reseller on Q4, I didn't think like that. I was just buying whatever I could buy. But once you get experienced in reselling and you open yourself up, or Amazon ungate you in several items that you can now sell, you get to kind of choose the items that you're going to buy. And like Chris said earlier, he already know the items that he had purchased for Q4, him and Tanya purchased for Q4 is going to sell based off of the rank that they purchased that item at. When I first started this back in 3 years ago, I was buying whatever I could find that I know I could sell. Whether it sold or not, I wasn't 100% sure. But Amazon ungated me in it, I bought it. You know, some majority of the stuff sold for me, luckily. And it was all about luck back then. But now it's like everything that I buy, you can best believe it's already calculated. You know, so I don't buy high-end, I don't buy high-ranking items unless I know that it's 1 or 2 people selling it, and the numbers showing me that so many of those sell per month. If it fit those categories, I'm buying it. I don't care if it's 500,000. I'm gonna buy it because I know eventually gonna sell, and I'm gonna make the money that I'm looking for to make from that item. So, you know, and just a tip for people out there that's in the Amazon arena, use those tools I just named. They're gonna help you out a lot. You know, if you've been reselling for more than a year, those tools are going to help you make some informed decisions on your purchases. Don't just be out there buying in the blind, just saying, hey, this right here going for $30 and it got a $600,000 ranking, and next year you're still holding on to that item. You know, and the last part of my comment is I don't believe in tanking prices. I don't. And I do just basically like what Bill said. I start out high and I work my way down, you know, according to what the market is saying about that item. And I'm looking at, basically like Alton said, I'm looking at the numbers and majority of the items I have at Amazon right now, the numbers are showing me that the prices are going up. So I'm in a good range. I'm just sitting back. I got maybe 3 or 4 people in front of me. They can go ahead and eat, because at the end of the day, when people start selling out, you can't go back and get that product. So guess what? Now you got to come to me and you got to buy it at my price. So that's the kind of mindset you got to have when you're doing this resale business. Is don't run in there trying to race down to the bottom, because when you race down to the bottom, you got to think about those $2 or $3 that you made off that item. You pretty much done lost it in gas, because you probably done drove 20 miles just to get that item, and then you get back and you like, oh man, I need to go ahead and sell this because people just dropping the price. You ain't got to get with the people. Let the people run down the hill. You stay on top of the hill and wait, you know. So, but that's, you know, everybody's situation is different. You know, some people got to sell quick. They want that quick flip. They want that money back, you know, and some people don't. And I'm blessed to be in a position where I don't have to race down to the bottom. I can just sit there for a while.
Hey, Buffalo, just to piggyback off what you're saying, we had an item last Q4. We sold I think, almost $6,000 worth of this item. You know what I'm talking about, Buffalo.
Right.
We had this item, and we were in a situation that we had sent so many of these things in. When they started selling, we was the only people on the listing that was rumbling them because we were patient with our product. You know, we seen, and we talked to Buffalo at the time. We woke up one morning, we had about 40 of them gone in one day. We like, hey man, you see this? He said, what's the price on them? We told him the price we had on them. He said, up it. He told us, y'all go ahead and up it. So we went on and upped it. Now remind you, we had so much of this product. When we turned around and upped the price, when it was all said and done, in less than a week time, all of them was gone. And we made over a $5,000 profit off of this item that we paid less than $1,000 for when we bought it all.
Right.
So everything that, you know, we giving y'all, we're not telling y'all this because we haven't been through it or we don't know what we looking at or what's going on with this thing. We telling y'all this so y'all can just take a little piece of it and be like, okay, so maybe I can jam this up and make this happen this way too. Because simple fact, you don't have to don't be the greedy one, but be the needy one. And
right.
One thing I say about being the needy one is be in your place. So when it's time for you to eat, you eat.
I want to mention that Prisoner Prophet also mentioned a good program, Jungle Scout. But the reason I didn't mention that program is because it comes with a premium. The programs that I mentioned are all free. But if you want to use Jungle Scout, which I have used in the past, and I'm planning on going back to it, it's definitely a good program to use as well. But like I said, it does come with a premium. So Kiefer, Camel, Helium 10, you can use those for free. Just download the Chrome extension. And once you go into your Amazon account, those things will pop up on the dashboard. Let's see here. Do we have any more questions for the guests concerning Poshmark or anything that you have?
I'm not seeing any.
Yeah. Lone Star, I use luck, but yeah, I agree with you saying, man. Definitely. All right, so I'm trying to go.
It's all luck. It's all blessings. It's all in the same way. I got a horseshoe and a rabbit foot in my pocket. So every time I go in the store, I'm trying to ask God, please let us find something. And I rub that rabbit foot and that horseshoe. So it's all about how you get out there and make it happen. Because God makes sure that you got all your senses. It's about you using them. So if you use them for the right thing, you're going to come up. That's how I look at it.
Let me comment on this comment that Try Flipper made. I can tell you on numerous occasions what you just mentioned has happened to me, man. When I have an item and those numbers tell me something about that item, I just hold on to it because you got to understand at some point the market is going to go dry. You know, whether people go and tank the item or whatever the case may be. But once it tank and most of the inventory has been sold out, you got to think you're the only one and a couple other people left with that item. So you're the one that the customer is going to come to. So I have items that in my garage, especially with eBay, that I've been sitting on for a year, and all of a sudden it sell out of the blue, you know, for a good price. You know, I had one action figure that I've been sitting on since Toys R Us days, and somebody bought it for $35. I only paid $3 for it. You know, because nobody has it. So you gotta kind of understand that if you're not in a desperate or dying need for that money, sometimes you gotta just sit there and let the market play itself out. You know, and that's the way I look at Amazon. And I don't know about Poshmark, and I already admit I don't know much about Poshmark, but that's what I do on Amazon and eBay. I play the market. I play it as if it's a stock market.
Hey, Buffalo.
We have a couple questions in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm way behind in the chat, man.
But this was funny that you said, you know, I'm only gonna say Tank when I say hi to Nana Tank. Hi, Nana Tank. Hi. That's the only time I'm gonna say Tank, man, because we really
Nana Tank got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah. So we all about getting this bread, man. It ain't about tanking.
And I see a question from Maggie Doodle down at 531, a Poshmark question. And they want to know, do you regularly do offers to likers? So that right there, we've kind of gone back and forth. So offers to likers, those of you that aren't on Poshmark, it's kind of like it's our way to send out to someone who's liked the item. It's a way to send them a discount, essentially, is what it is. So yeah, it's similar to that, but you do have to give a shipping discount as well. So when you're sending out these offers to likers, you're doing at least 10% and you're doing a shipping discount. So this is where that whole conversation we were having about pricing up and being flexible comes in, because offers to likers is a great way to get someone else's attention when they've liked the item. But a lot of times people like it just because they think it's cute or they like the way a picture looks. So you can spend time into it, but there's a balance between, is it worth your time, or could you be outsourcing and listing more items that people are going to buy? So
I do it like once a month, although I did it today just randomly and the item sold. So it's just, there's no rhyme or reason.
We just don't do it all the time.
No.
We definitely make it a few and far between.
Yeah. Bill Tackett, flipping to pay the bills, had a question as well. Do y'all use an online assistant to share your closet? Or do you do it yourself?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we actually, Bill, since this is his full-time gig, he does share. It doesn't take very long. I know a lot of people also have bots that work really well for them. So I won't say anything bad about that at all. So there are ways. It's not, you're not supposed to, right? But whatever. They are out there. And so there's different ways you can share that can be efficient for you. But whatever works for you. For us, when you're actually physically sharing, you get to see what's selling. You get your, into the platform itself. And I think that helps as well with, just being in the platform.
Well, the way to circumvent like sharing on the app, if you actually go to a browser and open up the Poshmark app, not on the app, sharing's like 3 times.
It still takes time, which is money.
It does take time.
It is definitely faster.
Okay. With that being said, I think TriFlipper had a kind of an addition to that. He asked, how often do you reshare on Poshmark? Like, is there a interval? Is it something you do daily? Is it, what's your
3 times a day?
Yeah.
Morning, noon, and night.
Which I know sounds crazy, right? But it's kind of like the peak time. So Posh has it set up so there's parties where people share to parties, and it's usually when more people are active on the app. So we don't really share to the parties at all because you're not going to, we haven't ever had a sale from that. No. But because more people are active, when you share the item, it goes to the top, of the algorithm, and now people see it. So morning, afternoon, and then evening. And that covers a wide range. And we don't do it every day. So on the weekends, we actually take Sundays off, which I know isn't, not everyone does this, but for our business model, we need to have one day where it's Sunday fun day.
That makes sense.
That's cool, man. I'm trying to get there.
Sunday fun day is football season right now. Steeler Nation.
So hey, I gotta watch football and list. I can't just kick back and watch the game.
Well, right now it's a beautiful thing. So anywhere it go, I look at it like this. I'm gonna watch one eye open and the other eye on the prize. So I'm gonna keep watching football. I'm gonna have the other eye on the prize. But I know this weekend I know the college, whatever college football, I really won't be watching. But we get up about 5:30 in the morning, even on the weekend. So we're gonna be getting stuff. I already got it ready, prepped. So now we got to do is box this stuff. So we go ahead and get this stuff boxed. We're gonna be cool. We could probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on a video for this Lego haul.
Right.
This weekend, probably Sunday, And then I'm gonna start prepping this stuff to be shipped by Tuesday to Amazon. Let's go ahead and go into the show and tell. I don't want to keep people over. We already over an hour. We try to keep this show around an hour to respect people's time. So we're gonna go into the show and tell, and once we complete the show and tell, we're gonna close out the show. Anybody got anything to show?
Yeah,
I do. I have one thing. I'm getting the Simba.
Okay. Yeah, we got one thing we wanted to show you, but show y'all. We made a nice profit, honestly.
Somebody hollering out Raider Nation in here, man.
Nobody want to hear
that, dude.
Long story. Nobody want to hear that. She said, "Blow her up, man."
Okay.
So we got this. Y'all see it?
Nice right there.
There you go.
How much was that?
I paid $30. It was $39, but I had a discount at the store I went to, so I paid $30 for it. Listed it for $99.95 plus shipping. It actually sold on Amazon. It's actually going to Puerto Rico, and we sold it for $128.
Nice.
Yes.
So that was my fun day today.
Well, that wasn't the only thing, but she said
I did sell some of my Ray Dunn, but I didn't want to bring that out. Some of the fall little gnomes I got. I sold 2 of those today. There was and the little Toy Story, the 3 sheep. I did buy those for I got them at Walmart a while ago for $5 and sold those for $24.
So
that's awesome.
It's been a profitable day.
This was the best.
But Amazon is
and I could only find one, and trust me, I dug through that store.
and Amazon been pushing out a lot of our products, and we've been selling pretty decent on Amazon, man. FBA and FBM, so because that went FBM right there. So, like I said, man, it's all about your hustle and all about how you trying to market your products. So, you will make some money if you go ahead and find the right products. You will make some money.
I was excited when I found that.
Yeah,
and I had the coupon, so.
And we was really looking for more, but we couldn't find none.
Do anybody else have anything they want to show?
It's up to you, Buffalo.
Sure. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. I always talk about you got to have a quote unquote hookup guy, or man, or woman. You know, somebody outside of the regular norms, or going to a store. I mean, you got people out here that's selling stuff, and they just don't want to use any of these platforms to sell it. So a couple of years ago, I ended up running into a toy guy, and anytime he get toys, he hit me up. We pretty much already negotiated our price. So I just want to show y'all some of those items, and then I'm going to show you some items that I've been getting that I consider a long tail item, but I'm buying them right now to stock up for maybe selling them in 5 or 6 years down the road if I'm still here, you know, Lord's willing. But if I'm not, I can pass it on to my son. And that'll be my show and tell for the night. So here we go. So from my toy guy, this is the kind of stuff that I get from him. And right now, I probably have about 15 of these in stock. And I'll pretty much, if you come to this show on Friday night, you pretty much have heard me talk about him and these toys and the price that I pay for it. So I'm not going to throw the price out there tonight, but you pretty much know I didn't pay pretty much nothing for it. It's one of the other items.
That's a pretty one there. I like that.
This is called the Golden Angel Ultimate Edition. Probably have about 6 of these. Halloween 2.
Yeah, we got some of those.
This is another Hunter Predator.
Yeah, that's nice. So how many of them Predators you think you got?
Predator, different versions. I probably have about 12 maybe. Okay. I gave one, I think I did a giveaway with one of them to Sumo.
Yeah, that's nice.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, just to kind of give you an idea, I paid like $15 for this. This thing goes for about $75 to $100 on Amazon. These kind of quick G.I. Joe, Deadpool.
Yeah. That G.I. Joe the thing right there.
Yeah. So these are the items that I'm speaking of that I'm collecting now. See the rating on this one. This already been graded. The highest you can get
that one. CGC. Yeah.
Right. The highest you can get is a 10.
That's nice.
That's another one. 9.6.
Okay.
And I think I showed these last week, but if I did, I'm going to show them again.
Hey,
9.8. Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Can I ask you for a favor?
And this is Black Cat, and the answer is no.
Okay. Hey, but I'm gonna ask anyway since you told me no. No, don't put yourself little. Go back big, please. Go back big.
What's up?
I need you to show me a couple Legos and I'm done.
Oh, man.
And you got to just give me a couple of them.
Okay. Man.
Okay.
All right, this one right here, original price is $63. It dropped down to $32, so $32, 50% off of $32. That's what I paid for it.
Well, we got the plush talking one of that at Amazon right now. Which says Batman?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have probably 10 of these.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm gonna do a video on it, man, so everybody can see what I have. Okay. But I put it out there. If you didn't move on it, I'm sorry for you, but
that's your fault. I didn't do that. It ain't my fault. Hey, but
these items right here, I'm gonna list these this week for Halloween. Like I said, I have a total of maybe 26 altogether. And I may throw these Predators in as well just to see if they move for Halloween. But, I mean, you got to find you somebody out there. I think the guy's Lenny. Is the name Lenny? Garage Flips or something like that.
Lonnie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he talk about his guy all the time where he get his toys from. And, I mean, I got a similar guy. I mean, he may not be on the level his Lenny guy is, but, I mean, he be giving me some good stuff.
Yeah, he breaking bread. That's all that count.
Right. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and close this show out, and we're going to go around the panel. If it's anything you want to plug as far as your social media outlets, anything you got coming up, or, you know, want to give some shout outs, this is the time to do it. And we always start out with our guests.
Yeah, so we are Girlygrrlstyle is what we are across social media, and we're just plugging away on Posh and Etsy. So Etsy is like handmade items, and I sell a lot of masks. So if you're looking for custom masks that are embroidered, I'm also an embroidery artist. Go check it out. It's the same name, Girlygrrlstyle. And I know during show and tell I didn't show, but I figure I can show just little masks like this with embroidery on there. So give a little shout out for that. And then also just voting. Remember to vote.
Right. Definitely. Go ahead.
We did like last week. We were on a live auction last Wednesday it was. And a couple Wednesdays ago. And we received for Queen, and we received some of our products from them. I was going to show them tonight, but I guess that can wait till next week. But we received some of our products from them, and I wanted West Coast Gary.
Thank you.
Appreciate the note in there, and we love to support. And to Buffalo, thank you for our dials. We appreciate you, Barbie King. We love our dials, and if you want to find us, man, you can find us here on Fridays, You can also check out our Instagram. And we just gonna keep on doing us, man, because the way we flowing is a good flow. So we ain't gonna try to plug it up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna empty it out the best we can. And much love to everybody. What's
right.
up?
Go ahead, Alton.
That wordplay. Hey, she can't understand that wordplay. She sleep next to me every night. She can't understand the wordplay, boy. That's all right, baby. I'll teach you. I'll give you your encyclopedia later on in life.
That's funny. For me, addicted to hustle. Again, it's a passion project for me. And one of the things that I'm going to plug in here, and while I do this, I'll go ahead and copy it over into the chat, is what I'm actually working on my side little thing here on twitch.tv. It's twitch.tv/addicted-to-hustle. We are actually scheduled to do a 24-hour live stream playing video games on November 7th. Up until that point, we are going to be doing 3 streams a week. Probably going to do about 3 to 4 hours a stream. And the idea is that we want to raise $1,000 to help with the organization called Extra Life. Is helping kids in need who are either facing like cancer or their families can't afford the procedures. Any money we raise, it goes to my selection is Duke Children's Hospital, because that's the one that is closest to me that I can support in my state. So we're dedicating our time and efforts. And I hope anyone who's watching this, anyone who's subscribed to me as well, or any of these awesome creators here, take the time, follow the links, follow me on Twitch so you'll know when I go live. I know Chris he watched me having some technical difficulties trying to get this set up. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes to get this the way we want it. And I want it to be interactive for y'all. So when y'all hit that donate button, you're going to see it pop up on the screen. And you're going to kind of get your own little shout out. So there's a lot going on, but we are going to try to raise $1,000. I think we've already done like $45, but hey, it's a start. Any money we raise, it helps these kids. And I'm hoping that we can bust that $1,000 right open. There's no reason we can't. So I hope everyone takes the time to follow me there, and we'll have a good time raising some money for these kids.
All right.
Good stuff.
And make sure y'all support that, man.
Good stuff.
You got to give in order to receive. That's for sure. So before I get into my plugs, I want to make sure that I give a shout out to Tori and Bill for coming out tonight on our show.
Whatever team you are.
And you got to forgive me because I have 1,000 things going on in this head and I get distracted sometimes. So if I mess up your name, don't take it personal. But I definitely appreciate what you all brought to the show tonight. Definitely a gang of knowledge in Poshmark. And I'm definitely going to reach back out to y'all because I want to understand that platform. And it seemed like, based off our conversation tonight, that you all have a plethora of information when it comes to Poshmark as resellers. I want to let everybody know that I will be on a show, a podcast next Thursday night with 2 dudes picking. Also, I want to let everyone know, if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Prison the Prophet channel. That guy be putting out a lot of good information. He's transparent. Make sure you go there, like and subscribe on some of his videos and support his channel. Also, I have a Facebook community group on for resellers. I see Jennifer had put it in the chat a couple times tonight. That community is open for you to promote your channel, promote your business, and reselling. The only thing I don't want on that channel is anybody being mean or talking politics. But if anything surrounding resale, feel free to go there and send a blast out. All of these communities can help you grow your channel and your business. So I set it up for free for all resellers. There's no restriction to come in and join. Just go in and join it on Facebook. And if you got something you want people to know, just post it in there. And support the other channels that post in there as well. With that being said, Steeler Nation.
Steeler Nation.
Here we go, Steeler. Here we go.
Cowboy